Yo, Bracy Skills Clinics with a late video, rare late video, man. Um, Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna be as quick as possible. Um, Hopefully you guys been enjoying the videos, man. The workout videos. I told you I was gonna keep them coming. They're coming frequently. Today I had one of my former players, Derek O'Neal, who's going to be attending Delta College in Stockton, working him out in the Valley in Modesto. Shout out Derek, man. He really got after it in his workout. Worked on a lot of different things, as you can see. If you haven't seen it already, go check it out. Like, share, comment, do what you got to do. But yeah, it was a great workout. But I'm going to get straight to the point, man. My thoughts on game one of the finals between the Celtics and Warriors was exactly what I felt was going to happen as far as the matchups. No, that I didn't think the Celtics were going to win like that. No, I didn't think Derek White and Al Horford would be major pieces that scored 20 plus against the Warriors. And no, I didn't know Jason Tatum was going to shoot 3 for 17. But what I did know is how well Boston matches up to the Warriors and how much of a decision Steve Kerr is going to have with having Jordan Poole in the game at crucial points. We know Jordan Poole has been phenomenal for the Warriors, especially during this playoff run. But I don't think in this particular series, in this matchup, with how big Boston is, how physical they are, and on top of that, how they're really attacking all the weak links for the Warriors defensively, at least through the first game. I don't see how you can have Curry, Poole, and Clay all on the floor with Wiggins and Draymond. I don't know if that's the best matchup going up against Boston. And I know it's tough because Poole he's been phenomenal. But this is a different matchup. Boston's much bigger, they're versatile, and they can guard 1 through 5. And even when you sub Derek White in, the defensive intensity doesn't drop. So I always felt that Boston was such a terrible matchup for the Warriors. Now, I still think it's going 7. I don't think nobody should overreact over game 1. But they match up to them. I'm going to be honest with you. They match up, and I think game 2 is going to be really, really interesting because Boston's going to try to get greedy and steal 2. I don't think they'll win game 2. I think the Warriors, I wouldn't be surprised if the Warriors won that game by double digits, knowing the history of how they bounce back after stunning losses like that. But Boston matches up well, man, and it's going to be a very interesting game 2. I'm going to just leave it at that. I think game 2 is going to be very, very interesting. But I actually think Boston matches up really well to the Warriors on both sides. I think they can attack the Warriors' weak link on defense, and they can switch almost everything on the other side. So, man, I think it's going to really come down to coaching because we know the Warriors are experienced and we know they still have the championship resume. I just want to see what Kerr's going to do down the stretch. I want to see how he's going to make adjustments to what Boston has on the court and how big and physical those guys are because, like I said, that lineup of Steph, Poole, Clay, Draymond, and Wiggins, this series, I don't see it working because you got to think Boston, Draymond, as good as a defender he is, he's almost going to be guarding somebody that's non-existent on the offensive end. So his defensive ability is not going to stand out that much against a Williams because Williams is not getting the ball. They're not going through Williams. I think Wiggins is going to have the task of guarding Tatum. So I just see Boston just trying to – I've seen them trying to post Steph up plenty of times. Steph is actually really, really not bad as a defender, to be honest with you. But I just think the combination of him, Poole, and Clay against that physical, big size guards and wings Boston has, I don't know if that's the best look. I think Looney's definitely going to have to play, which he did in game 1. But Iggy's going to have to turn the clock back, or the Kerr's going to have to call on somebody that probably hasn't played that much, and that might be like somebody like Kuminga. I just look at it defensively, and I'm like, man, Boston can really make the Warriors pay on the defensive side because of how big and physical. I wouldn't be surprised if there was some games where Steph got in foul trouble in this series. So, but let's see how the Warriors come out in game 2. I'm expecting them to really, answer the call and come out with a really, really good game 2 victory. I definitely don't see them going down 0-2, but the game 2 is still gonna be very interesting. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on game 1, Boston and the Warriors. It's good to see a former Spur, man. Shout out Derek White, man. He balled out on the biggest stage. People are starting to see what we've been saw, but timing. It just doesn't work out for us right now. Kind of like the little Kyle Anderson thing. We lost Kyle Anderson. Kyle Anderson would help us out so much right now, but just back then, the timing, the finances just didn't fit. Derek White, where we are with Primo and the draft picks, it just didn't fit. But we all felt that White was a serviceable player and can help a lot of teams out, and we're seeing that right now. So shout out to Derek White, man. I'm happy for him. But, yeah, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. We out.